Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Stephen, the footage we're about to show you comes from a police officer's body camera positioned right here. And as you can see in that footage, things get out of hand quickly on what should have been a routine operation. At first glance, this video might seem like any other Detroit police raid on a drug house. But in reality, this is the type of mix-up that could have cost lives. More than 24 heavily armed officers from the 11th Precinct raiding a home, unaware they're facing undercover cops from the 12th Precinct posing as drug dealers.
Thank God no one got seriously hurt or even worse, killed.
We showed the disturbing footage we obtained from sources to retired Detroit Police Assistant Chief Steve Dolant. On the force more than 30 years, Dolant once took part in these types of raids and also ran internal affairs, the unit now investigating how things went horribly wrong.
They'll do a deep dive on this, or they're going to talk to all the officers. They're going to see if the proper notifications were made. If they weren't, why not?
Eventually, the Wayne County prosecutor will review this to determine if criminal charges will be filed. The police chief already admitting a breakdown in communication prior to the incident Thursday night near 7 Mile and Andover.
They appear to be like Keystone cops. I could not agree more. Very embarrassing to this organization.
Thankfully, no officers were seriously hurt, unlike 3 decades ago when 2 died under similar circumstances.
Red was a young guy just starting his career, and I believe he was single. Buffa was married and had a family, and it really rocked the department.
2 officers are now off the streets. A supervisor has also been reassigned. We will keep you updated as soon as we learn more about this situation. Live downtown, Simon Shayket, 7 Action News.
Watch. Body cam shows cops lose it during raid and try kill each other. When 2 different units collided during a SWAT raid, they were unable to control themselves and all hell broke loose as they tried to tear each other apart. By Matt Agarist, November 14, 2017. Detroit MI. Hot-tempered cops losing their cool and beating up or otherwise hurting innocent or nonviolent suspects is a regular occurrence that we frequently report on here at TFTP. However, body camera footage was just released highlighting this tendency of some cops to leave behind professionalism and their temper. This time though, their victims weren't innocent civilians this time, they attacked each other. Like a pack of rabid dogs, Detroit cops from 2 different precincts found themselves in the same house last Thursday and then turned on each other. Now, 2 Detroit police officers are off the streets and a supervisor has been removed from special operations because the cops nearly killed each other inside this person's home. Detroit Police Chief James Craig told WXYZ this could have ended with deaths and could also result in criminal and administrative charges. Craig said he is going to turn over findings to the prosecutor for possible assault charges, as some officers threw punches. They were like Keystone cops, Craig said. Very embarrassing to this organization. For those that don't know, the Keystone Cops, often spelled Keystone Cops, were fictional incompetent policemen, featured in silent film comedies in the early 20th century. The confrontation and subsequent mass temper tantrum happened as more than 24 officers descended upon a house, heavily armed. The group conducting the raid was unaware that their targets were undercover officers posing as drug dealers. Advertisement. According to WXYZ, the chief confirmed that officers from the 11th Precinct conducted the raid, executing a search warrant when they confronted undercover officers posing as drug dealers from the 12th Precinct. Read more. Lawsuit. Ferguson cop choked and hogtied 12-year-old and accused him of assault. As the SWAT team cops entered the home, the undercovers revealed themselves as not to get killed. However, that's when all hell broke loose. Seemingly still wanting to smash some heads, officers escalated the situation with one another and threats turned to blows. It appears that the supervisor did not have control of the situation, Craig added, and had a tendency to get the officers from the 12th Precinct excited to the point we have this very embarrassing situation. The embarrassing and violent clash following the disappearance of professionalism and loss of tempers resulted in one officer needing to be taken to hospital for treatment. The department's top cops were notified along with Internal Affairs, according to Fox 2. Each officer involved is now under investigation as the department tried to determine what went wrong. "You've gotta have to have more communication, I guess," said a resident who witnessed the breakdown. "I don't understand what happened about that, communicate." Sadly, however, this is not the first time Detroit cops have lost it and turned on each other. In that instance though, according to Detroit's former assistant chief of police, 2 officers were killed. If you think this type of incident is isolated, consider the fact that the city of Albuquerque paid out a settlement in the amount of $6.5 million last year to one of their own officers who was repeatedly shot by a fellow cop. As we previously reported, Officer Jacob Grant was critically wounded after being shot multiple times by Lieutenant Greg Brackle during an undercover drug bust. Both officers were undercover at the time of the shooting. Read more. Cop admits to sex with a child, escapes jail, and gets $15,000 in severance pay. According to the criminal complaint, Grant and his partner Holly Garcia met a suspect to buy $60 worth of shards, another term for meth. The suspects got into Garcia's car, and she drove them to an Econo Lodge motel. One of the suspects went into a room and returned to Garcia's vehicle with the meth. Garcia then went to a McDonald's parking lot and gave the signal to begin the bust. The shooting took place shortly after. A day after the settlement paid out, the APD released the horrific lapel cam showing Lieutenant Brackle approach the undercover cop and unload on his fellow officer. According to Grant's tort claim, there were multiple reasons Brackle should not have fired the shots into the vehicle. Grant points out in the notice that Brackle knew him well, knew what clothes he was wearing, and even knew exactly where he would be sitting in the car. The court document states that there was no threat, and rather than cease fire, Lieutenant Brackle instead repositioned himself, and continued to fire, shooting until his gun was empty. That incident was also captured on video.
Hands up! Hands up! Passenger, get your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands where I can see them! Put your hands where I can see them! Good! 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 Get out! Holly, back out! Holly, back out! Holly, back out! Oh, that was Jacob! Me! Come to me! Are you okay? No. Come on out, dude. Come on. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know it was you. Come here. Come here, Jacob. Jacob is shot. Get him. 4355. Jacob, how you there, man? Get 4355 now. You're good. You're good. Jacob. Get one of them. Jacob. No. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Get one of them. Get back! Jacob, man, hang in there, bro! I thought you were a bad guy! Where you hit? Where you hit? He's got hit in the line! I'm sorry, man!
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade, website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. It is, you know, monthly is, oh my God. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. and that he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.